This is a little more metaphysical one. It's called Ring of Stars. The endless rings of stars lighting the night sky may look like necklaces for the gods, but they're actually clouds of very hot gas. The universe is incandescent with trillions of blazing stars that even the frigid ocean of dark outer space cannot extinguish. Amidst the fiery stars, glowing ships on an endless black ocean, or Earth vessel drifts, pulled this way and that by various planetary forces. Huddled safely inside its atmospheric walls, unaware of what's happening in the universe outside. Like children, we play our God realization game, as though it's all that matters in the cosmic order of things, as though the distant galaxies were created without a purpose, as though countless games like ours haven't already been played over and over in worlds long since vanished. This is a poem about the elasticity of time. It's a little bit long, so I hope you'll bear with me. It's in two parts. It draws an analogy between the moment experienced by a prisoner about to be shot on a firing squad and just what we consider human life. It's called the interval. Between the captain's cry to ready aim fire and the rifle's piercing crack, time seems to pause and then stop for the young hooded prisoner. During that strange interval before the bullet strikes, a rush of memory appears, like a sudden burst of lilies along the river of childhood, filling a simple mind with the colors and smells of home. In this shrouded darkness, images come and go with almost dreamlike slowness. The blaze of August sunlight skipping like a pebble across the river's stillness. The taste of wild mulberries exploding on his tongue seems more vivid and true than the vague shadow world he can no longer see, more vibrant with life than the cold, wet snow splashing his open shirt or the rough, coarse hemp pulling against his wrist. Sometime during this interval, this passage from then to now, that lethal bullet erupts, moving with absolute calm from a world he has already left, seeking him out in a place it can never reach. How many times have I faced that deadly rifle barrel, hearing the cry to aim what seemed like a second ago, yet never actually feeling the sudden shock of the bullet, and realizing it was over, until I saw that thing I used to call myself lying crumpled in the mud. Life is a fleeting interval between birth and passing. The gunmen ready their weapons the moment we enter the womb, adjusting their sights as we draw our first breath, and in the instant before they fire, that pause we call life, time seems to swell and dilate. What's but a passing instant in God's eternal time slowly unfolds before us in minutes, days, and years. And like the young prisoner cradling his shining dreams under a darkened hood, we also cherish ours under the hood of normalcy, the fiction of everyday life that keeps our eyes from seeing the icy snow outside and makes us think what's real is just this fading dream of family, job, and cell phone, and not the bored gunmen waiting in the courtyard, their rifles primed and aimed, hoping for a quick smoke before the next prisoner is brought in. I gazed up at the stars last night and imagined the creation and the creator, when God was not a he, but only an it, when all that existed was a pulsing awareness, before settling into the focused consciousness we call God. In this dimension before time, existence was like a living force field, whose subtle emanations became our world. Everything in the universe is made of surges of consciousness, from the primal force field. Everything ever created, from a single atom to the endless galaxies, is resonating with his own vibratory frequency, throbbing with his own form of life, thrilling in his own existence delight, a vast timeless symphony, the infinite reverberations of God the Formless. The dancers. He sat there in stillness like a statue in a temple, the air around him swirling with incense, his golden body draped in silk, decorated with garlands of roses and jasmine, and gazed out at us year after year. Like ancient devotees dancing before an image of their deity, we danced in his glory, kicking up our legs in circus acts, swinging our arms in parades, running in circles around a track. And unlike those godly images of painted wood or stone, our God joined us in the dance, sometimes spending hours bounding back and forth across his tennis court, hoisting people skyward in great lifting machines, pounding the keys of a piano. But even while moving, he remained always still, one leg in the clamor of human life, the other far away in some distant world. Finally, in the end, he returned to that stillness, his golden form turning formless, then vanishing. But we continue our sacred dance, the rhythmic steps he so lovingly taught us, while like a statue again, he continues to watch, silent and mute, from within his celestial temple beyond the stars. And just one final one, which is at the end of my book. It's called In the End. From his celestial height, beyond the farthest beyond, Guru wanted to lift us, but we clung to the earth. With his blinding incandescence more golden than the sun, he sought to illumine us, but we held on to our darkness. With his endless compassion and infinite concern, he tried to carry us, but we struggled and resisted. So in the end, he just became us, then touched the stars. Thank you.